Alright, what's going on, guys? We have Kingdom Rush Vengeance here at Jokull's Nest. We're doing the level 12 Heroic Challenge. So we're starting off at the level 10 hero, basic guy, everything maxed out, just like last time. And for the upgrades, I chose to do just kind of the fillers that we missed last time. So we have the Runes of Power and the bigger bombs, and over at the Soul Shockwave for the Soul Impact. Everything else is the same as the previous videos. You can go ahead and copy that. Alright, hopping right into the challenge here. We're going to start off with some archers, kind of like very similar to last time for the main campaign. So we have the Dark Knight Fortress there on the left hand side with the double archers, and then an archer at top, level 3 on the right hand side, moving our hero to stand over on the right hand. We're not going to be using any trolls this game. I experimented with them a little bit. I don't think they're very good. I feel like they die and they're kind of a waste of money in my opinion. We have a Dark Knight Fortress and an archer tower there, and then we're going to I believe we're going to clear the rubble, yeah. But we're going to upgrade to level 3 on the left-hand side at the bottom and clear the rubble and put another archer tower. So we should have 3 archer towers on the right-hand side, 2 on the left. Make sure that the bottom one on the left is level 3 and the top one on the right is level 3. The reason for that is because ice witches on the right-hand side just get destroyed by the level 3 archers. They're going to become a huge problem. Now I'm getting my hero down there to deal with the little shard guys they summon, mainly because the ice witches are, the hero doesn't do very good against the ice witches, especially when they come in pairs, because one of them will freeze him while the other kills him. So he doesn't do that. It's just a waste, I think, for your hero to stand there. So it's better for him to cover the back in case something tries to slip by. Now so that's pretty much where you're going to keep your hero. Now I have a level 3 on the left hand side now. That's my first upgrade. And I will slowly just keep leveling up the archer towers to deal with all the low armor, high magic resist stuff that tries to run past. The first 2 waves of this are pretty difficult. It's just, if you kind of have your setup right, you should breeze through it. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really tough. And then it kind of slows down for a little bit, and then it gets really intense at the end. But we'll talk about that as the game goes on. So just pay attention to both. Right now, I can see the left guys. Left side has quite a few wolves. We're going to be dropping, I believe, the Soul Impact, maybe? Yeah. Actually, yeah, we're going to spamming reinforcements. I probably should have dropped the Soul Impact there, but it looks like they handled it just fine. Now, the Apex Predator is coming out on the right-hand side with the Ice Wolves are definitely something to worry about, so the Ice Witches, rather. So keep in mind that my hero's just standing back there to deal with the shards when they run by, and I'm dropping his hero power onto the ice witches to try to distract him. Notice at the bottom left, this is when the pole bears start coming out too. So you're gonna want to make sure you have that have a Inferno Mage set up this wave, because you're gonna have these things are just a total pain. Right as you've set up your archers, now you start seeing the heavily armored guys. So make sure you have you're gonna want to have the Inferno Mage out to start dealing with them. And then I also upgraded a Dark Knight Fortress to stall out the pole bears even more on the left hand side. Huntresses get shredded by the archers. That's why one of the reasons why I decided to level up the archers first. Now you can see on the right hand side I have 3 level 3 archer towers, which is helping out a lot in dealing with these Apex Predators and the Ice Witches. I had to drop a Soul Impact on the pole bears, otherwise I think they would have ran past, so you can see I'm putting my reinforcements on there too. I might rotate my hero over to, yeah, I do, to help out with this, because this is the last part of the wave 2. You get quite a few pole bears come out. So fortunately we put another point into the Inferno Mage, so it should be doing quite a bit of damage now. And our hero tanking it, he should be fine. So, calling in the wave a bit early to get those resets. And you're going to see a lot of Vikings come out. Just huge wave of Vikings. This is a great time to drop a Soul Impact just to get a nice juicy impact. We only have 2 knights defending it against like 10 Vikings. So we'll definitely go for a Soul Impact there, trying to kill the max number of guys we can. And the Valkyries, of course, are going to be there to summon the Drought guys. Now, getting a point into the Inferno Mage, we have a maxed Mage Tower. And then pulling our hero down there to help deal with this. But we should be fine. Again, the drug guys are really squishy. It's the Valkyrie you have to worry about. We don't have the luxury of going with Mage Towers, so just keep an eye on the pigs if they try to slip past. I decided to move my hero over to the left-hand side now to sort of meet these Viking waves head on and try to kill some of them before they get clumped up at the bottom. But it turns out with the 3 level 3 archer towers and the Dark Knight tower there, it's pretty much enough to deal with the pigs. So you really would just want to focus on these Valkyries. The good thing about the Valkyrie though is that if you drop your soul impact and kill a bunch of them, it basically resets your soul impact. Like you can see I just dropped it and I have it reset again. So really, really big resets on the soul impact. And at this point, if you've set up your defenses like this and you're kind of using your abilities efficiently, it shouldn't be too much of a problem until wave 6. So just kind of cruise and upgrade your towers. Level 4 archer towers now coming out at the bottom left and right. I didn't really know what to do with my abilities. I kind of just waited because it's just like a really weird period where they just slow down for a second. The pigs are dying pretty quickly, so I'm not going to worry about moving my hero over there. So wave 4, we have the ice giants. Just kind of upgrading. We had pole bears, now we have ice giants. Bigger, tankier things. And yeah, we want him to get in range of the Inferno Tower so we can start taking chip from that. The Huntresses are pretty much just dying to the Archer Towers. Ice Witch is coming over on the right-hand side, so be wary of that because the shards they summon, again, they can really clog up your defenses if you're not careful. I upgraded around this time, you're going to want to make sure your Dark Knight Fortress gets upgraded on the right-hand side as well. I would just put it at least level 2. And yeah, just keep an eye on things. Little ice shards are going to have to rotate our stuff down just to cover those ice shards. They're really weak against archer towers. So you can see on the right-hand side now, all of our archer towers are level 4. So by level 4, wave 4, the end of wave 4, you should definitely have those upgraded all the way. I'm going to call the Wyvern early too to get the reset. So, hero died, oh well, he's fine. It's actually not a bad time for him to die, since we'll have plenty of time for those, so it's going kind of slow right now. But wave 5 is pretty chill. You have our maxed out archer towers on the left and the right hand side now. And notice, here's where the important part is for the final wave. You can see at the bottom I just put a rocket tower. This is eventually going to need to get all the way maxed out, this rocket tower. Because there will be massive swarms of the Vikings and the Valkyries that you're going to have to be able to deal with at the end of the game. And if you just have the Archer Tower and the Inferno Mages, you're not going to have enough area damage to clear those things up. So again, just trying to stall out. We have quite a bit of money. But I bought another upgrade to the artillery, and I also bought an Inferno Mage Tower to help deal with some of the ice giants on the right hand side. So just kind of periodically upgrade your stuff. Another upgrade into Inferno Mage, so level 3 Inferno Mage, really chipping down that ice giant. Doing pretty good work. And left hand side pretty much taking care of itself. Getting it in preparation for wave 6, which is the big wave. And hero just chilling out. He's kind of like acting as a barracks when the Black Knights die. This is pretty much the end of wave 5. We're wrapping up here. Pigs die fairly quickly to level 4 archer towers. Now here's wave 5. We're going to try to call it in early. Waiting for, yep, there we go. Get the extra gold. Now, level 3 rocket tower, which looks really cool. I love that model for level 3 rockets. And all the way to level 4, there we go. So at the last ice giant die, we used that money to buy level 4 rockets. And these things are absolutely my favorite tower in the game. They're so much fun. They do crazy damage. And you can see why we're going to need it, because look at all the spam coming over on the left-hand side. Just massive amounts of Valkyries. Like, I think it's like 5 or 6 Valkyries, and like lots of these drought guys as well. And look, you can see it absolutely gets shredded by that rocket tower. Just destroys them. The first time I tried it without the rockets, and I had like multiple upgraded mage towers, and they just ran right past them. So you have to have the area damage, I think, to finish up this game. I put my hero up at the front because ideally you would try to kill off the Valkyries first to prevent them from summoning stuff, but in practice it just kind of becomes impossible to stop them from summoning. So you just want to get the Vikings killed as soon as possible so that they can go on to their second stage. Now you can see multiple Valkyries here. I tried to get my hero to like start attacking the Valkyries instead of the Vikings, but it's with the mixed results. But here we go. Look at that damage from the rockets, just absolutely shredding everything. Maximum clumpage. Now here we're going to try to upgrade. Yeah, we drop another Soul Impact, and we kill so many of them it almost resets the cooldown. And here it's just kind of about keeping up with stuff, really just upgrading and doing things that make sense. I would recommend just putting it into the Rocket Tower and the Inferno Mage. You can see they're both maxed out now towards the center. And then we're going to even put another Rocket Tower just to kind of help do more area damage. And yeah, everything looks good. You know, I wasn't too worried when I saw this result. I knew the Valkyries would eventually die, so this is a good result. I got a reset on the Soul Impact, and I was able to cast another Soul Impact, so just ridiculous amounts of damage coming out. And if that wasn't enough, after all of the Valkyries, the game throws one more challenge at you, and that's this mass spam of these ice giants. I'm moving my hero up to try to tank out the ice giants as much as I can, and when he gets low, I'm just running him back to try to restore some of his health. I will only, I believe, only have a chance to cast one more Soul Impact, so I have to use it really efficiently. I upgraded the Mage Tower to put the points into the rune upgrade, so they could, these ice giants would take extra damage over time from my towers. But you can see they're all closing in now, both the right and the left-hand side. Our Dark Knights are slowly dying, but we're hoping they will all clump up together in the center here. Thankfully, our rockets are doing so much damage, and we're going to get one more attempt to use our Soul Impact. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, Ice Giants. And we get one good Soul Impact, I believe. Yep, there we go. And that should be enough to finish everything off. Again, as far as upgrades go, I would recommend the Inferno Towers, and then just put more points into your rockets. And slowly, we can just sit back and let our towers... I just sat back at this point and let my towers kill everything. That is it. GG. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.